Here we are on the corner of 110th and 5th Avenue at the Africa Center in Harlem, New York City. We're here creating things that our ancestors are proud of, that we can be proud of, and that hopefully future generations will continue to contribute to and be inspired by.
So I just want to bless up this space. I want to give thanks for the opportunity to make art together and to center Blackness in public.
We're doing this damn thing, you know?
Black Future Newsstand is an interactive art installation showcasing Black media and engaging Black people about their visions for a media that loves us. A collaboration between Media 2070 and the Black Thought Project, the Newsstand launched in 2023 in Harlem, New York, with 5 live events over Juneteenth week, engaging thousands of people and garnering over 400 responses from Black folks about media reparations.
Future where reparations are real, right?
Media has portrayed us in such an interesting light. We're so multidimensional that it's so hard to capture, and I think there's a fear around that.
This whole 1492 Columbus sailed the ocean blue, we the people, has not ever been real. The first epic film in the history of the United States was called Birth of a Nation. And it basically featured white men riding in on horseback to save the country from Black people. This goes back so far. Of course, we find ourselves today with a media that's full of all these stereotypical portrayals. It's portraying Black people as lazy, inferior, criminal, hypersexual, undeserving of care and aid. And then it's also representations of us as a criminal threat, which becomes the pretext to all kinds of policies of mass incarceration, unjust housing policies, et cetera, et cetera. Being at the table, as we like to say, alone is not nearly enough when the table is soaked in our blood. Being reflected and protected and witnessed outside of the newsstand, but then also inside of it through the publications, that you will see us moving from this false idea of representation as well as these false representations to a future that looks like that newsstand, where we have the ownership and control to reflect our love for ourselves and have that then be distributed via a healthy, abundant infrastructure like a newsstand.
We have media, magazines, newspapers, dripping in Black love for us. See yourself reflected in all your beauty and complexity. Come on. That's what it looks like.
Read all about it, Black Future News. Read all about it. Read all about it, Black Future News. We're making the future news. Black Future News. Hey, my sister. Hey, my sister.
That were about issues that we also wanted to write about. So we want to write about reparations.
Right.
And we pulled an article from the archives about reparations. Like, what were they talking about in 1992 about reparations?
Right.
So the rest of the articles that we wrote we're imagining it's the year 2070. It's Juneteenth 2070. What is our media talking about?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Who made this and where can we get one? This the whole newsstand? Yes. Okay. Yes. Very serious. Yeah, yes.
And when you're ready, we're asking you some questions on the walls. You can write on the walls. So we want to know what you love about yourself. We want to know your visions for that media that loves us. How do we want our stories to be told, and who's telling them, and how? And is there a story of you and your grandchildren or your grandparents that we need to tell of us? So tell us.
does it feel to like have a project like this for you to be able to come and like celebrate yourself and other Black people?
It feels good because I don't see things like this often, and it allows me to think.
People love seeing themselves in that newsstand. The publications are beautiful, so in that sense. But then also just like seeing what each other have written and feeling affirmed that some other Black people are thinking about the world and themselves the same way that I am.
We are reassembling the Black Future Newsstand to get it ready for our VIP reception on Friday. So this is a lot of taking down and building up and taking down and building up. So this is the manual labor portion of the evening.
Black women, famous proverb, new Black proverb. I got this. Do you do construction? No. Are you a contractor? No. Will it get done? Yes.
People talked about where sacred ground is, and wherever there are Black folks, there's sacred ground. And so I feel that about New York, I feel that about Harlem.
Reparations are coming. Ashe. Did you know reparations are inevitable? Yes. You may be thinking to yourself, reparations, Black thought, Black Future Newsstand. What's the recipe here? What are the connective tissues? Our media system has had anti-Blackness in its DNA since the very beginning. We know that the earliest colonial newspapers on this soil sold ads for enslaved African people. And we understand that the antidote to a history of media anti-Blackness is centering Blackness with care and love.
So I want to invite all the Black folks, come to the newsstand. Yes, move your physical bodies. Go ahead and you can place your hands on it. You can go inside of it, surround it. This is yours, Black folks.
It releases the level of stress that happens in our community. This means a lot, and I'm glad that you did this. It's very needed, and I do hope it stretches out further than here.
Welcome to the Black Future Newsstand. Woo! Welcome to the Black Future Newsstand. Thank you for being here. If you are one of the co-creators of this project, please raise your hand. High and strong and proud. If you are contributing artists on this project, raise your hand. If you have helped put this thing together, yes. If you have helped fund and support the co-creators and people who are putting it together. If you were the architects and the visionary builders for this newsstand, can you please raise your hands? Yes. And let's get to it. Can we welcome the people into the space?
Welcome to Black Future Newsstand!
Ashe, ashe. Yes, get to it.
Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture is hallowed ground. It's a place that's been a repository for all kinds of Black cultural knowledge for generations. And for us to be a new first-time activation and have the opportunity to be featured there means the world.
For me and myself, and I'm not going to engage in anything that I feel is not representing me or my people. So if it's on social media and I don't like it, I'm just going to exit out of it. If it's like a movie that I don't like, I'm not going to watch it.
Our folks already know what we want to see, and it's honestly, it reinforces that
our community has the wisdom already.
Yeah, I love it. No, I love it. I'm learning here too. I'm like, we spend a lot of time talking about Black pain. I mean, a lot of my job is talking about Black death and Black sorrow and Black suffering. And so I love this because it's literally like tonic, you know, to my soul, because it's what I would love to be doing.
People loved seeing themselves at that newsstand. Yeah, I think the publications are beautiful, but then also just like seeing what each other have written and feeling affirmed that some other Black people are thinking about the world and themselves the same way that I am. I think people were feeling affirmed and enjoying the physical act of being in space together, in a space that says, this is for Black people, you are loved, you are welcome.
This is the point where we ritually, with honor, refresh and cleanse the wall. So we do it with great intention. We first take in everything that's been written here. And as we're doing this, just call out what you see that really resonates with you. Just give it a moment. So use your voice and speak it out loud.
How much I love to dance. That antimatter.
Black stories through photography.
My softness.
You're so hot.
Bullshit detector.
Yeah. Black queer love.
One thing that really stood out on the board for me was dark-skinned women in love that doesn't come or reflect trauma, and that like really resonates with me. It's like so deep in my spirit. So I want to thank that person who wrote that.
I'm really feeling the We Are Survivors across the board.
I'm loving the Black mundane.
Yeah. Black mundane.
The child who wrote this, I'm Black. I have a video of him. I said, is it okay if I take a video? And I asked his caregiver, and she was like, yeah, it's cool. And I said, what did you write on the wall? He goes, I'm Black, and that's all you need to know. Amen. I'm calling you in. So we document these walls, and we literally go zooming into each photo and put into a spreadsheet every single response. And one of the most common things that we see on the walls when we ask what do you love about yourself is everything, everything, everything. And I get chills every single time I see that.
What if all newsrooms were this inviting and this safe, and not just safe, but fun?
Thank y'all again for being present and for your essence and for just, you know, everything. I'm one of the featured artists. I submitted a zine about my own neurodivergent son's story. He's autistic, and I also have ADHD. Being able to kind of document like Black life, Black liberation, Black culture in an actual newsprint form that in essence is really like an act of resistance, right? Like an act of protest.
Tell your story. You own your story. You distribute and create and tenderly steward and hold your story.
One of the guiding questions, just what does it look like for news to be beautiful in the public sphere? And this is an answer. This is an example of news and journalism being beautiful in the public sphere. And that does mean it's possible.
New York City just passed their bill for their first commission for studies and proposals on recommendations on reparations. It's going to be really key for projects like this to even show up more. and to be mainstays because they serve as examples for what remedies can look like for Black people. This is a remedy.
We were talking to artists from across the continent of Africa when we were traveling recently, and every single person was like, we could see this in our city. And that's incredible.
5, 6, 5, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, everybody.
Live free. Ooh, yeah. Baby, it's Juneteenth. Live long, live free. Ooh, yeah. Baby, it's Juneteenth.